How's it going, YouTube? That Weird Collector here, and today we're going to be looking at a very special piece in my collection. It is the Super Best Henshin Belt Deluxe Double Driver. And taking a quick look at the box, picture of the Double Driver, Kamen Rider Double, his forms, here's half forms, picture of double, memories, and on the back your regular stuff. Nice metallic green, and let's get this thing open. Sad Pac-Man! Hey, why not? Open. I figured I'll show you this. I don't show this very often. This is the cardboard sleeve it comes in, with this little piece in front. And here's your innards, as it blatantly interrupts me. Instructions, not really necessary. Belt back piece, maximum drive slot, the belt, and it won't go back in the box properly. There. You get to the main piece, the Double Driver. Now, you may have already asked, but Jackson, that's just a regular Kamen Rider belt, why is it so special? And what I would say is, first off, don't use my real name, and secondly, this right here was the first Japanese toy I bought off eBay. So this is directly, how do I word this? All of the stuff I've collected since then is all due to this right here. And a lot of nice molded in detail on this thing. Now, when I first got it, I was all ready to put some batteries in it and start playing with it. But if you notice, there's no battery compartment. This is not a noisemaker. These are the noisemakers. So, that's odd, but it's alright. I've seen the same elements of gimmickry done better nowadays with sound. Talk about Gaim, whatever. On a slightly off-topic subject matter, I was surprised, as I screw up my words, nobody ever in Kamen Rider Double tried to steal this from Double. Like, come on. How ridiculous is that? Like, you take, like, the enemies took memories and jabbed them in their arms, and then pretty much lost control of themselves. Imagine if a guy walks up with the one thing that can control your drug. Wouldn't you want to steal that? I don't know. Maybe that's just in my head. Again, nice paint apps. You got your red for the W. You got your silver for the highlights, and you got your black for your unpainted plastic. Now that's all cool. I love the design of this thing. It's very made in garage kind of feel. And this part right here, as I randomly transition, is where all the light goes. So, to use this thing, we're going to need some noisemakers. Show you the back again. And silver for silver tipped Gaia memories, and gold for gold tip. So if you ever forget how to put them in, I'm not going there, it shows you right there. And we need some noisemakers, so you've already heard one. because it's being very annoying. But this is one of 6. It's the Joker memory. You can see nice transparent black plastic. Nice flaming J to represent Joker. And the word Joker there. The button. Show you the LED. Please don't sue me if you go blind. Nice bright purple LED. I wonder where they got the idea for black and purple. Don't know. But these look in design, again, words out of order. Completely different to... These are very futuristic and very sleek and modern, while this is very... I grabbed some stuff from my garage and forced them together to work. But whatever. Somehow it still works. And Double was awesome. Next up is, I guess I'll do Shoto's memories in order. Shoto. Alright then. Next is Twigger. Nice translucent plastic with a T-shaped gun, or a gun-shaped T, however you want to call it. Trigger. Now this is the brightest LED, so again, please don't sue me. I did not pick the best lighting, folks. Oh well. So there you go. Next up we have metal. Nice clear translucent plastic. An M looking like machinery, or like steel plate. Metal. Sorry. Did not plan this. Sorry, I can never plan when my mother's going to text me. But next up are Philips memories. If you've watched Kamen Rider Double, you know what I'm talking about. Cyclone. Nice green LED. White LED. Nice translucent green Cyclone. You just heard a deactivation noise, which goes off randomly. Next up is Luna. Nice moon. There's an L inside the moon, so I guess that counts as Luna. Yellow LED. These are all basically the same. I'll just... Oh God, I'm sorry, people. Heat. Damn it, I don't like my phone, but that's... Oh fuck. Sorry. Heat. Bright red LED. Now, those are deluxe, and I do have some Candy Toy memories to go over. But before I do that, transition to the Maximum Drive slot again. You can see it's a solid chunk of black plastic with a lot of molding detail. With that W there, of course, it's Kamen Rider Double. Everything has to have a W. So I will show you them them in the order I have received them before. So first off, is a Cyclone Joker Extreme memory. Now this is a candy toy version of the deluxe Gaia Bird, or Extreme memory, which was Kamen Rider Double's final form. As a nice picture right there, Cyclone Joker Extreme. So this has all the same sounds. As I start losing my voice. Sorry, people. But sounds. And oh, before I forget, no LED. So while these ones have all their sounds hidden away, activated by little buttons in the tip of the memory itself, the candy toy and capsule toys don't have those buttons, so all their noises are just played in a row. And on and on. Next is Ryuki. And I don't understand why people hate on Ryuki so much. I mean, I've watched the show. Yeah, people can say, oh, the toys they produced were crap. But come on, they had no money to make belts with, so they just reused the same belt every time. But okay, it decided to go off on its own. And the amount of sounds range on these toys between 3, 4, sometimes 5 or 6. Ryuki happen to have 6. New Den-O. Nice picture. All these Legend Rider Gaia memories have the same kind of picture, just of their rider. And it says Masked Rider New Den-O, or just New Den-O sword form. Strike form. I was wrong, sorry. It's been a while since I've watched Den-O. And now this last sound is going to be hard to hear, but if you got that, that's the click New Den-O made with his fingers to summon his sword. Just pretty crazy that they put that in. With the button click being so loud, it could just easily overwhelm the noise. But here it's Kamen Rider Braid. Or Blado. So. Oh yeah, and if you hold the button down, you just get a henshin that you will get with the double driver. So there's that. Den-O Climax form. So you can see how big of a Den-O fan I am. Except I don't have sword form, strike form, gun. Not strike form, sword form, rod form, axe form, or gun form, or even wing form. I just have these two. But noises. It mimics the deluxe toy where it said all 4 imagined shortened names, and they reset pretty fast. Guys, Momotaro's just spitting out some Japanese I don't understand besides climax. Which, if you watch a show, Momotaro's is weirdly obsessed with climaxes. Um, Masked Rider Den-O. And to be the last one, who else but the Destroyer of Worlds, Decadal. Nice light red, pinkish. It's the same color as the suit design. Decadal. Masked Rider Decade is easy to read on this background. Decadal. And if you think about that noise for 1 second, it's the exact same noise off Decade's Deca Driver for his Henshin card. So, I don't know why I have this one, but just because I wanted it, actually. That's why I have it. Decadal. Final Form Raido. Final Attack Raido. Final Kamen Attack Form Raido. It just spits out phrases from his Deca Driver. So, without any further ado, I'm going to show off sounds in this thing. So I guess I have to start off with the most obvious, Henshin. They just go in. This is the standby noise. And Henshin. So you can see nice bright fusion of the green and the purple LED, and then they fade away. I'm just going to shut up and go through each Joker form and then go through all of them. And this right here is pretty much why most reviewers don't review Kamen Rider belts with this camera angle. Wait, I'm gonna show a cheat right now, actually. Little undocumented feature. Now these two normally cannot go together. Their sounds are paused at the same time, so there's a giant pause, a cluster of noise, a giant pause, a cluster of noise. But if I do this, you get a power-up for the Joker, the Metal Joker. I love that you can do that. The same works with, say, Heat and Cyclone, but I don't like the sound as much. So next half form is Metal. And that failed horribly. Just because I'm obliged to, I have to go through all of the forms. It's toy reviewer rules. Sorry, people. And since Luna's already in here, I don't know if that was on camera, but Trigger. This is by far my favorite noise for Trigger. I love that noise for some reason. Now, all these forms did appear in the show at many different points. So, I'm not showing you anything that wasn't in the show until we get back to this little guy. Actually, Metal Joker wasn't in the show, so I showed you one chief, but I already mentioned that. Now, just for heaven's sake, I'm going to do this. 2 Gashapons, no sound. It's the Extreme Ryuki power-up! Enough with that. Now we get back to this little hunk. And it does activate some different noises. It activates the final attack, the memory breaks. So, his most common one was Joker. No light. So that noise will just repeat. But that is his rider kick, or punch, depending on which half form he's in. So, if he's in Cyclone Joker, it's a rider kick. If he's in Heat Joker, it's a rider punch. Same deactivation noise. If he's in Luna Joker, he creates multiple copies of himself and whips his extendable arms at the enemy and then does a rider chop. Which is kind of weird. So next up, things that were never in this thing right here. So this memory break was only shown in Kamen Rider Axel's blade, or whatever it was, his staff. Engine blade, I think. Alright. I'll just let you hear the standby noise. Maximum Drive. There you go. Now, Luna was used in a different device. So like one of his memory gadgets to illuminate the enemy and then go heat metal and punch the crap out of them. So the fact. Heat. Now Heat's a tricky one. He was in Heat Trigger form, and then he used a Trigger Magnum Maximum Drive, and then inserted this into Maximum Drive, almost killing himself. Word of warning, folks, never do a double Maximum Drive. And conveniently, this matches my shirt. Now, Metal. Metal's a unique one. It's designed to work with the metal shaft. Pause for laughter. But I'll explain why right after this. So there's that. And it has secondary noises for attack noises for the metal shaft. So about 4 noises. And then comes Trigger. Now this is also a unique one because originally it only came with the Trigger Magnum, but then this is going to be the most annoying thing you've ever heard. I apologize beforehand. Yeah, I couldn't let that go on for any longer. But hey, this doesn't have the Maximum Drive sounds. Oh, why, you ask? Because the Trigger Magnum has the sounds. This just provides the click. So, as for what these will do in here, I'll show you. Andy Cade hates me. I'll use a better example. It does nothing different. So that wraps up the Double Driver. It's a pretty cool Kamen Rider belt with some decent paint apps and a lot of molding detail. The guy memories are fun, and these were, since they were the first well I fell into in a philosophical meaning. I love them. I just love these little things. I love this part where you can do this. That somehow amuses me. This has been that weird review of the Super Bass Henshin Belt Deluxe Double Driver. Remember to like, to comment, to subscribe, all those good things. Follow me on Twitter. And that about wraps that up. So, until next time, stay nerdy.